We're over here in Dab City. They're hitting some,
Y'all just hear it all the time? Y'all don't watch?
No, I was just.
You gonna hit it?
Mike. I might.
Man, we out here, man. At game day. Hey, my son, that's up. But like we talk about, a lot of people out here, man. But nice fans, nice people. We're happy for you coming. It's great you came. And it's not like that in Miami. It's not like that. We're not nice. Ain't nothing nice about Miami. You know what I'm saying? It's like Miami fans are the danger. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But we out here early, man. It's a late game tonight, man. So we out here catching this scenery. Look at this sound. Oh my God. Oh my God, they doing a most, dog. Saving that damn maroon jacket on. Gave up in the third, fourth quarter. I don't even want to hear it, man. A lot of y'all went home. A lot of y'all turned y'all went to watch UFC. A lot of y'all turned your motherfucking TVs off. A lot of you went in there and cuddled with your girlfriend. You didn't know what you was going to say tomorrow, and you woke up to Cam Heisman doing it again. And he kind of created some of it. You know what I'm saying? But he made it happen, goddamn. What Cooney said to me is, he said, one said street. Watch this. And that's what he said?
Yep.
He said, what? He said, watch this.
And we watched it.
I'm so wasted, she's so wasted. That's my shot, that's way like I'm Shakespeare. That's my shot, that's way like I'm Shakespeare.
Where's the D-line at? Huh? How many yards that was? Like a serial killer.
And we watched it.
Yo, let me see. Am I still muted, dog? What's good, bro? What's good, bro? Street, I'm in this thing. Some of my friends might be coming through. They might not. That what you watch, man, is the Cal game. I'm gonna get back to it. Shout out to my boy King David in here. He's here, villain in here. And I'm gonna get back to why. Give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear me. I'll get back to why. I started off with the Cal video. We're gonna get into that. But that's our villain. You know what I'm saying? That's our villain videos that we put behind our in the membership. What the villains at? If you want to become a villain, the link should be in the description. This guy right here, the funniest guy, man. This guy right here was the fun. This is the funniest guy, man. Because when they were winning, man, he was throwing down to you. He was when they were winning, he was throwing down to you. And then when I went and found him, after we tied it up, I went and found him. Yeah, it was him. It was him. There you go. There you go, right there. That guy. Look at him. Look at him, dog. He was lit. Let's go, Cal. He was lit. And then when we tied it up, this is what he looked like. I couldn't find him in the stands, right? I was trying to find him. I couldn't remember what he had on, and he just pointed at himself like, man, it was me, dog. It was me. It was me. But we're gonna get into why we started with the Cal stuff, man. But we also got some villain grades we about to drop, man. Some postseason grades that the villain membership. I put out the charts. They submit their grades. I get an average of their grades. We did it for mid-season, right? I get an average of their grades. And then I put it together. Then I put out the grades. Man. It looks pretty cool. The villains got the grades put out in the membership first, and then we're gonna go through a couple of them, maybe all of them here with y'all on it, and see if y'all agree with the grades. But the villains had a final answer, the final call, though. The villains have the final call on the grades, though. All right. Okay, but we'll get into that a little later. You should have got a Kleenex NIL deal. You should have got a Kleenex NIL deal. He was tripping, dog. He was tripping, dog. But then he was a good sport. When we eventually got back in there, he was a good sport. And he just, you know what I'm saying? He was like, it was me, man. It was me. Yes, sir. Y'all witnessed the same thing I witnessed. In the comment section, better win. In the comment section, better win. Was it the Cal win or the Florida win? Which win felt better? Was it the Cal win or the Florida win? Which win felt better, bro? In the comment section, let us know. Which win felt better? Was it Cal or was it Florida? Y'all say Florida for sure? Oh, you talking about the linebacker? So okay, so the reason I started with Cal, you know what I'm saying? The reason I started with Cal, Canesport reported that Fernando Mendoza, Cal's quarterback, you know what I'm saying? Let's get a little Fernando Mendoza here. Fernando Mendoza, Cal's quarterback, who's now in the transfer portal, who was opening up a can of and whooping on us for about 3 quarters. Says he's confident in himself and are contemplating coming to to Canes to compete with Emory for a starting job. Fernando Mendoza, 6'5", 225 pound, sophomore. That man is a sophomore. Last year, he threw for 3,000 yards, 16 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. The year before that, he threw for 1,700 yards. He was a freshman, 14 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. QB rating of 144 this year. We got 600 in here, man. Hit the like button and share. QB rating of 144. Fernando Mendoza. He's a Miami kid. He went to Columbus. I covered him in high school. I think his dad actually is close to Mario. I think his dad actually played with Mario or some story like that. Bro, Fernando Mendoza. To come compete versus Emory. If it's going to be Emory, right? If we lost our one guy that we was going after and it's going to be Emory, I wouldn't mind a Fernando Mendoza coming in and compete against him. I would not mind. I mean, bottom line, Fernando Mendoza has done it for 2 years. Emory hasn't done it yet. And if he beats Emory out, I mean, that's all better for us. I mean, the competition breeds. The competition is what developed these kids, bro. Like the competition of these transfer portal kids coming in kind of keeps balance in the locker room. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I've heard that too many times. You know what I'm saying? It's like the competition is what keeps the balance in the locker room. So I wouldn't mind. Let me see how y'all feel about that. Let me see. I got some people in the back, man. If you waiting in the back, I'll bring you in here. You may have a question. Bring you in with your question. I see you in the back, Jay. Jay, if you're in the back for a question, I'm gonna pull you up here in a second. Stick Roll said I don't like his style. No, sir, don't like him. He can come, but gotta beat Emory out. And I agree with that, Craig. Why not? Let him come and compete against Emory. If he could beat Emory, which he probably should. That's the bottom line. He probably will, because he's already done it. Then why not? Now you got a quarterback better than Emory. Emory gets to get better for another year. I mean, why not? He have a hell of a year here. Boom, he goes to the league. Bro, the man threw for 3,000 yards at Cal, bro. He hasn't did anything but prove people wrong. He hasn't done anything but prove people wrong since he's left high school. I don't know, dog. I don't know. Julian, what's going on? I don't think it's a bad idea. If you're just jumping in here, man, we're talking about Fernando Mendoza. Canesport put out a report that basically they said, hey, listen, man, we may consider coming to Miami and competing against Emory for a starting job. Reported by Canesport. And I'm like, hey, ain't nothing wrong with competition. I'm sure he ain't asking for a huge ticket, which all the quarterbacks I think are getting paid. You know what I'm saying? I think even Reese Poffenberger got paid. But I don't see a problem with it. 3,000 yards, 16 touchdowns for Cal. Give me Aaron Nolan and Emory for the start of competition. Yeah, man. In theory, right? Aaron Nolan and Emory for start. In theory, right? But we're talking about a guy that has started for 2 years in a row in the ACC. And I know emotions want you to grab Aaron Nolan. I would love Aaron Nolan to come here. I covered that kid since he was a little. I know the kid. I know his dad. I would love Aaron Nolan to come here. But let's think about what the Canes did. Last year they went out and got a proven quarterback, and he came here, man. May be the best quarterback ever to come to Miami. Like, that's a formula. Let's go get a guy that has done it already. That's a formula. Fernando Mendoza has done it already. You guys may not like how he looked. He looked like a politician. 6'5", 225, like, but it's a formula, and he's proven he could do it at Cal. Why not? I'm saying, why not at this point? We lost our guy. They were after Mateer. That guy got away from us. So the question is, why not? I don't know. I don't know, bro. What the heck going on? Somebody just sent me.
But how do you slide into that?
Yes, sir. Not much going on in Panhandle. So it works 1 year. It's a formula. So it works 1 year, and it's a formula. I mean, if you didn't think bringing Cam Ward here worked, then I mean, you got to explain to me. If you didn't think bringing Cam Ward here worked, then I mean, you got to explain that to me. Yeah, it worked. It worked wonders. And it's almost like if you try something and it has, wait, you had a concept when you went out there like, hey man, we're going after proven guys. And it came to fruition, and this man almost wins the Heisman. Yeah, it worked. 850 Kane say, Streeter, you rather have Mendoza or Carson Beck? Because you know Beck's talk thinking about coming to go be with his twin. Man, they kids though, man. Are they still together? Like, I mean, are they still in a relationship? I would take Beck over Mendoza. But are they still in a relationship? You feel me? You know they kids, boy. They kids. When I met Beck last year, spent some time with him. He had a whole different girlfriend. So they kids. Sometimes it don't last long. But no, bro, I'll take Beck. I'll take Beck in a heartbeat. We give Beck a running game because, believe it or not, Georgia running game, bro, kind of suffered. Georgia wide receivers kind of mid. That's why they had to bring back Kobe Young. Yeah, I take Beck, bro. So yeah, man. So that's why we start off with all the Cal stuff, man. And those videos that we start off with, I mean, those videos are in the member section. Y'all want to become a member? The link is in the description, or just text us 786-459-9499. Bunch of inside information in there, man. We caught up with Calvin Russell family. Had some conversations with them. Lots of information in there, lots of articles in there about all the transfers. Shout out to all the transfers that came through. I think 4 or 5 of them yesterday. Dennis was on the road yesterday with the transfers. maybe 4 or 5 of them things. So all that's in there. Isaiah Horton, I mean, recently committed to Alabama. Buy low, sell high. I mean, Isaiah Horton saw that he had some value and got up out of here. That's just what the game is for this year. You know what I'm saying? They may change in the future, but that's just what it is for this year, for right now. Let's see. Okay, but all right, so boom. That's why we got started. That's why we jumped off talking about the Cal stuff. Now we're gonna get into some villain grades, man. Like once I said the villains, what we do is we did a mid-season villain grade, right? And we graded the offense and the defense. Today we got the defense. So we did a postseason grade. And I'm gonna put some of the grades up here, bro. We put it out in the villain membership last night. Kind of talked about it. And it's an accumulation. The villains get report cards and then they submit their grades. So it ain't biased. I mean, they submit different grades, and the villains are the membership, the guys in our membership. They all submit their grades. It's accumulation. You put it together. And boom. We come up with a grade. And we're going to put a couple of them in here, bro. And go over a few of the grades that the villains gave them. And say Horton Bama was a dream school. It could be, man. I mean, I talked to his people, bro. I mean, he kind of talked about being developed. I mean, an easier route to the NFL. I mean, Bama has put tons of athletes in the NFL, wide receivers in the NFL the last 10 years, bro. I mean, it is what it is. Like that's the climate of college football that we in. Yeah, it kind of is what it is. I mean, that's kind of where we at when it comes to college football. I mean, is the shorties? Sometimes the shorties have the leverage. That's the bottom line. Sometimes the shorties have the leverage. That's the bottom line. Before we get started on these grades, man, somebody was asking me about the shorts. Let me give a shout out. Let me show you the shorts. So this is inside the membership, bro. Let y'all look inside the membership real fast. Pull that. Okay, boom. That's inside the membership real fast. These are the shorts. That's delivered. Now, yeah, I didn't take these pictures. This is people we delivered them to, man. I think I have their comments in here about them. He say, got mine. These motherfuckers fire. These are the shorts, man. The link is in the description for the shorts, and that shorts are actually right here. You know what I'm saying? The link is in the description for the people that was asking about the shorts and the shirts. If not, just text us 786-405-9499. We'll have them up on the website shortly. Now we just have links where you go buy them. Those are villain shorts, man. We recruiting because I mean that's our thing down here in Miami. We recruit and we spell it how we spell it. And villains is the membership. You know what I'm saying? So for the people that was asking for the shorts, there's the shorts and the shirts. Support your boy, man. Just support Caneville, man. Support what we got going on, bro. So, all right. Villain grades. Get into this real fast. So, villain grades. All right. We're going to show a few. We're going to hop around a little bit. Street of any word on Lucas. Okay, so when a kid jump in the transfer portal, it takes the school a few days to go ahead and sign off on it. I mean, it's normal. It's normal. You know what I'm saying? It takes a few days for the school to sign off on it. I don't know if Wisconsin's trying to hold Lucas back. Talking about the cornerback from Wisconsin that went to American Heritage. I don't know of anything like that. But it takes a few days. for the school to actually sign off and put the kid completely in the portal. So the kid goes, he signs his paperwork, and it take the school 2-3 days, if it ain't holidays, if they at the school, to get the stuff actually completed, and then he's officially in the portal. So I know this. I saw some tweets out there saying that, oh, listen, man, they trying to hold Lucas back. No, I don't think no school want to be known for holding nobody back. Like I don't think they want that type of pub. That's why you would see these kids coming out saying, "Hey, man, I wanna get out of my let me out of my my LOI." They just let them out because they don't want them problems with the kids. You understand? So I doubt if anything like that's going on. I think Wisconsin know better than that. Try to pull some Bush League stuff like that. All right, so let's see. It's popping. Get this popping. Let me see, what time are we at? We're at 27 minutes already. NFL football done kicked off on us. All right, so let's go. Let me see. We got any more questions in here? Shout out to the $5. I'm Travius, the real spill. Not to get off topic, but that Teddy Bridgewater on Pivot podcast was epic. Yeah, we got 1,000 people in here, man. Hit the like button and share, bro. Some of y'all need to become villains. I sat down and watched the Teddy Bridgewater interview real fast, and I actually saw Teddy yesterday at the game. Dapped him up. Interview very interesting. He had said a lot of interesting things. He kind of talked about Calvin Russell. He kind of talked about coaching the kids. He talked about getting injured. Very interesting guy that don't talk a whole lot. It's cool that the Pivot caught up with him, but the Pivot make it so easy for people because they come to you. They make it so easy for you to come on their show. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to him. Great interview, man. Y'all go check that out on the Pivot, man. He talked about he would have came to Miami if Randy Shannon would have been there. He talked about some other stuff too. I ain't gonna get into, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Travis, the real spill, man, with the $5. Shout out to Canes for Life with the $9.99 street. Do you believe Miami can develop into a top five defense next year? I think last year, I think he was in the teens last year. We've seen 2 years with Guidry, right? And this year left a lot to be desired. I have my own take on what happened this year. Let me see. Leaders 23. Last year, I mean, we were cool with the defense last year. I mean, we had a bad Louisville game, but other than that, like, we were kind of cool with the defense last year. Let's see what Miami was at last year. Defensive leaders. Total defense. What stat y'all want to go off of? Total defense, rushing, total points, points per game. Points per game, Miami looked like they were maybe 30th in points per game last year, giving up 22 points per game. Passing yards given up last year. They were down there around the 30 range also. Rushing yards, they were up in like the 20 range, 15 range. I believe so. Like, I pulled up a stat, man, and I pulled up the defense, the last 10 years Miami defenses, right? And where did Guidry stack out at? Like, and he was like in the middle of the pack, like top 4, top 5. Let me see. I got that. That's here somewhere. He was like in the middle of the pack, like, like nowhere near the worst defense, like some of you guys are saying, that we've ever saw at Miami. Like, optically, maybe it didn't look cool, but nowhere near what you guys were saying, at all. So I believe last year he had Corey Flagg, James Williams, Cam Kitchens, some smart guys that was able to deal with the freedom that he gives his defense, and I think that kind of failed this year. I think he's going to have to reel it in and figure out a way to have them communicate and maybe simplify it, because these defenses and these rosters change so fast. You see them out there, they're trying to communicate. Every time you talk to him in a press conference, he say, hey, Mish forgot to tell this guy, or what's the name, just didn't bump over. Yeah, I think they're going to have to simplify what's going on out there, because you see, they just brought in the safety, a cornerback, a no cornerback. You're going to have probably 5, 6 new guys on defense again. Dawson first year looks mid, okay. TVD throwing interceptions everywhere. We're not sure what Dawson is. Second year, first offense, gets the best quarterback in college football. Now he has the best offense in college football. It's athletes and it's players, and it goes hand to hand. You feel me? It goes hand to hand, athletes and players. Yeah, athletes. I mean, and it goes hand in hand. So I think so, bro. I mean, I think so. I think they can, man. With the white guys on the back end, bro. I believe so. I believe they can. I'm not down on Guidry, man. I like Guidry. Guidry's a nice guy. I think he went 1-1. You know what I'm saying? So I think the jury is still out. But I also think, man, if you think about it, OJ Frederick maybe was the best DB we had. I mean, in the comment section, do y'all agree? Like, OJ Frederick maybe was the best DB we had last year, and he was a freshman. And that shouldn't be like that. That should not be like that. Shout out to King with the 499. So that means we have to improve on the back end. Yeah, that means we have to improve on the back end. King David 499 said, if you're not a villain, just know you miss out on great community. Don't be a villain later. Oh no, we will all come be villains later. King David is a villain, man. Shout out to King David, man. If you're not a villain, just know you miss out on great community. Don't be a villain later. Nice lot, like some hell of articles in there too, man. So listen, man, let's get into some of these grades. Let's get into some of these grades. Let's see. There we go. Grade number 1. OJ Frederick. And we were just talking about old OJ. And OJ got an old A. Now, if y'all just getting in here, man, these grades are coming from our villain membership. We pass out I pass out basically a blank slip, and they fill in their grades, and then they submit their grades back to me. I do an average of all their grades. We put them out. We put the grades out. So it's not like I'm being biased, these street grades. No, man, it's the villains, man. We have a bunch of members in the villain membership, and they come up with the grades. It's accumulation of what they thought. We did mid-season. Now this is the defense. We're doing the offense, and we're going to eventually put that out also. So OJ Frederick, A, from the villains, and we're going to go through a couple of these. So that's an A for OJ Frederick. Let's see who else we got. Cameron Bobby Pruitt, who plays sparingly, man, but this kid is a playmaker. Cameron Bobby Pruitt. B plus. I think he came in versus Syracuse, boy, forced a fumble. I think he had an interception this year. Kid is just a young playmaker, and his time should be next year, man. I mean, once was a safety. Daddy played in the league. They pulled him down to linebacker because he was being a little too physical. Cameron Bobby Pruitt, B plus. And I'm gonna skip around here a little bit, all right? I ain't gonna just. I'll skip around here a little bit so it won't be so obvious. We got our big guy, Ruben Bain, B minus. Now, we got to get some villains in here to explain this. These is not my personal grades. You know what I'm saying? Bain was hurt most of the year. Bain was hurt most of the year. Came back. I remember talking to him on the elevator at Cal, and I was like, "You ready?" It was his first game back, right? He was like, "Yeah, man, I've been doing some extra reps, man. I should be in shape. Everything should be fine." And then he came back and kind of got to a slow start. Kind of got off to a slow start. Was getting pressures, but wasn't getting there. And Villains felt he has a B minus. Y'all agree with this? Not many sacks or what'd you say? Not many sacks or pressures. Underwhelming. Who led us in sacks? Simeon Barrow led us in sacks. Ruben Bain had 3.5. Simeon Barrow, Tyler Barron, Mesidor all tied with 5.5. Ruben Bain damn only played half a season. So that's a B minus. For Ruben Bain. Let's see. Ruben Bain, how many tackles? Ruben Bain had 13 tackles. Simeon Barrow, C plus. Simeon Barrow, C plus. Simeon Barrow, 12 tackles, 28 total tackles, 5.5 sacks. That may be the most sacks Simeon Barrow had in his career. It gave him a C plus. I think the villains' grades are kind of low. They just in the gloom and doom about the defense. Yeah, 5.5 sacks is 2 more sacks than Simeon Barrow has ever had in his career. He had less tackles here, but 5.5 sacks is 2 more than he ever had. The villains felt that was good enough for a C plus. I don't know. Barrow may have had a better year than Bain. But like I said, this is the villains. This is accumulation of a survey. We took a survey of all the villains, and you know how they do that stuff. We took a survey of all the villains to see what, and this is what they came with. So it's an accumulation of what they all thought. Check the scoreboard, man. See if the Dolphins winning. Oh, the Dolphins played 4:20 at 4 o'clock today. All that money fade after game 4. No, man, I think Simeon man had some moments, bro, where he dominated. I don't know. He had some moments where he appeared to be unblockable. To be honest with you. We got 1,100 people in here, man. Make sure you hit the like button and share. Make sure you subscribe. That's all the free stuff. If you want to become a member, the link is in the description. The link's in the description, and I'm going to put it down here and scroll it at the bottom. Let me see. I got it on the ticker somewhere. Let's see. So that's a C plus for Big Simeon Barrow. Who else we got? Let's see. Next up, we got Jadias Richards. C for the Giants, Jadias Richards. Jadias Richards struggled guarding people, man. But the Jadias Richards was a safety in high school, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure when the cornerback position, when they switched him out. But he kind of struggled in high school. I mean, struggled guarding, and then kind of came on, I think, in the Duke game, and then boom, was out for the season. Just like that. Out for the season. Out for the season. Let's see who we got next. I think Jadias Richards was turning the corner. I think that could have been his breakout game too, man. I think he had an interception. He had a nice play in that game. Next, we got Francis Malgore. C-. How y'all feel about that? Francis Malgore, C-. You say D, back and say D. Francis Malgore, C-. Francis Malgore led the team in tackles with 45, 88 total. 1.5. He had 2 sacks. Any interceptions? Yeah, 1 interception. Yeah, 1 interception, though. Yeah, 1 interception. Missed tackles, bad angles. It seems like it's crazy how people only remember, like, we only remember bad stuff, dog. We never remember good stuff. We only remember bad stuff, man. It's kind of crazy that our minds work like that. He had some goof up plays this year. He did. I can't lie. He did. I can't lie for him. That's funny. Jaden Utsi say, my thing is lack of adjustments. Why not simplify things this season? Yeah, that's what we talked about earlier. Jaden, that's what we talked about earlier. I think they have to simplify this season. You can't adjust if you can't adjust if you don't if your initial plan you're confused about. you can adjust, and it seemed like it was a lot of confusion out there, and I just think it comes from too much freedom given to a team of guys that has 5 or 6 new guys on the field. Transfer portal changes your locker room. So I believe it was all communication, and something has to be simplified because year to year you got a different defense. It's not like back in the days when you saw your sophomores coming up, you knew who your next linebacker was, you knew who was going to call plays. It's not as easy to plan. So Francisco, C-. I'm gonna do a couple more of these, man, then we're gonna get out of here. One I want to talk about real fast, man. Yesterday, college football playoffs. So the 2 ACC teams play early, right? Indiana looked like they wasn't supposed to be there. SMU looked like they were fine. Then the quarterback threw 2 pick sixes and a pick in the first quarter, which put them at 3 interceptions in the first quarter. SMU was moving the ball on Penn State. Penn State could not score, but I mean that's hard to overcome. So everybody was like, "Oh, look, the ACC not supposed to be here." Oh, look, they proved that ACC not supposed to be here. Clemson put up a fight at the end, and then Tennessee takes the stage at the end of the night. The Vaughn at Tennessee from the SEC versus Ohio State, who just lost to Michigan, who's had some close ones this year, versus Nebraska. And Tennessee gets mollywopped. The worst. Tennessee gets beat the worst. So now you're thinking like, oh, maybe. Maybe it wasn't an ACC thing. Maybe it wasn't an ACC thing. I believe it looks like the road team. Okay, let me tell you my theory though, real fast. It looks like the road team. Where my hot tea at? I got some hot tea over here. It looks like the road team struggled, right? It looks like the road team struggled, and I got kind of a theory on it. There was a graphic put out. We put up on Instagram a graphic showing the college football teams and how many these teams are in the college football playoffs, and this is how many players they have lost to the portal. So the teams that in the college football playoffs right now have lost players to the portal. Arizona State 12, Boise State 10, Texas and Tennessee lost 9 players to the portal before that game was even played. Ohio State 7, Oregon 6, Penn State 4, SMU, Notre Dame, Clemson lost 3. This is going on in the middle of them having to prepare for a college football playoff game, bro. Feel me? That's going on in the middle of them having to prepare for a college football playoff game. So with all that going on, right, which is just horrible because it shouldn't be going on while the season is going on. I think it took a toll on the traveling team. Didn't have anything to do with the ACC. I think it took a toll on the traveling team because Tennessee got mollywopped. Shout out to Canes for Life, man. $4.99, boy. Keep them coming, Canes for Life. Jeremiah Smith is a bad boy. Oh my God. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Recently wrote there was an article on Fox Sports wrote on Jeremiah Smith. I kind of assisted him with it. Had a lot to do with putting that together. Yeah, he was up against this cornerback, and he kind of tweeted about it, how this cornerback who they had versus Jeremiah Smith, and PFF grade this and PFF grade that, and Jeremiah Smith 103 yards, 6 receptions, 2 touchdowns last night. Best motherfucker on the field. Jeremiah's a bad boy, man. I know me and Luke joke about getting the band back together again and bringing them back down here. Almost like if you're gonna spend your money, might as well go on out, go on all out and spend your money. You know what I'm saying? But no, man. He if you didn't watch the game last night, he went ham. Jeremiah Smith's a bad boy. So that's my theory on the college football playoffs and what I saw, man. Let's get back to this. Let's get back to a few more of these grades. Let's see what we got. Mish Powell, D plus. I don't know if I agree with the villains on this. Mish Powell, D plus. I don't know about that, dog. But hey, the villains, if you're just getting in here, man, we're looking at the grades. These grades come from our membership. The villains, we did mid-season grades. Now we're doing postseason grades. Um, they get together, they submit their grades, we accumulate them, we put them together. Getting a phone call right there. Kind of got stuck, didn't I? We put them together and then we do an average of all their grades. And then we put them out. We did offensive defense. This is defense for the postseason. Then we're going to do the offense for the postseason. If you want to be a member, man, the link is in the description. Or just text us 786-405-9499. Mish Powell. I don't know why. Mish Powell had 5 interceptions, 22 tackles, 31 total tackles. 5 pass deflections. That man had many interceptions. He had pass deflections. The villains gave him a D plus. I think Mish was out of. I think he was out of position. I think he should have been closer to the ball entire year. When they brought Markeith in and put him closer to the ball, he seemed to make some plays. But the villains felt he did. He get a D plus. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but the man did have 5 interceptions. Let me see. I'm almost sure he probably led us in his interceptions. Yeah, led us interceptions by far because the next person only has 1. We got a bunch of 1s. Oh, villains. Oh, villains tough. I'm finna holler at them right now. Right now. A D plus. I'm finna holler at them right now. Y'all gave me a D plus. Black said he nearly led the nation. He said only 3 people in the nation had more interceptions than him. So what y'all felt? What grade y'all felt he should have got? I mean, it's an accumulation of a couple villains. I don't know if a B plus. Whoa, Black, you felt he. I don't know if interceptions tell the whole story. I believe that the villains were just down. They were just down on the safeties, period. That's what I believe. They were just down on the safeties, period. Let's see. Let's see what we got. And Daryl Porter, the last one I'm gonna do is a C minus. Daryl Porter played out of position at the beginning of the season, man. He was in the slot. That's not really his position. That's not really his position. KB, what's up?
What's going on, bro? You here solo?
Yeah. I'm holding it down. It's about to be over.
Oh, my bad.
Hey, Meech Power a D plus, bro.
Huh?
The Villains gave Meech Power a D plus, KB.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh no.
Yeah. Hey, run them grades back again. I'll go through them real quick. I promise. We can run them back real quick. I know you.
D plus, KB.
Yeah, he got the plus because of them last two games.
Huh?
I say he probably got the plus because of them last two games.
That's bad, dog. They gave him.
It is.
Everybody else said, "Nah, man, that should have been a B. He led the nation in this. He led the nation in that."
Man, get out of here. Y'all love this damn pity and sympathy stuff. That man don't get no B, bro. Get out of here, man.
So the first one, dog, we had was Frederick. Frederick got an A.
For sure. I'm with it. Maybe an A minus, but an A is good.
I talked to Frederick yesterday too, man. Cameron Bobby Pruitt got a B plus. He didn't play much.
For sure.
But yeah, right, but when he came in, he made plays, and I think he has a bright future. Wesley Buslank got a B minus. What do you think about that?
I'm okay with it. Wesley could have got a C, but I heard Wesley was hurt, so I probably might have gone C plus or something like that. But B minus, I'm okay with.
Popo Raul Aguirre, B minus.
That's fair. Limited snaps. He had some mistakes, but limited snaps here. Yeah, for sure. I'm good with it.
Bain, they gave a B minus. And this is what because Bain got a better grade than Simeon Barrow. Simeon Barrow had 2 more sacks than he's ever had in his career.
Yeah, that's wrong. Bain, nah, he shouldn't have got whatever. I don't know what Simeon's was, but he shouldn't have got a higher grade than Simeon. There's no way.
Yep. The Villains said Bain B minus, and then they said Malik Bryant B.
Okay.
He didn't play that much.
He didn't, but he won us a game or close to it.
Zaquan Patterson B minus.
Man, I probably gave Zaquan a C, but I'm okay with that.
Markeith B minus in the time that he got to play, which he should have been out there a little more.
Probably gave him an incomplete, but I'll take the B minus.
Mesidor C plus.
I don't think that's fair. I think Mesidor should have got a B. You had him doing stuff that he shouldn't have been doing. Just plain simple. When he got back to D end, he was nice, and when he was at D tackle, he did what you asked him to do. The pass rush was there. He didn't get a lot of sacks and get home, but the pass rush was there. So I would have gave Mesidor a B, bro.
He had 5 more sacks this year. He had 5.
He did. See, that's what I mean. I don't agree with that. See, I think that's one of those things where because you don't see it, you know what I'm saying? You may not see everything that's going on because it's not a whole bunch of sacks in your eyes. You don't see what Mesidor is actually doing on the field. And he's at a disadvantage trying to play that D tackle all game or whatever. So, I think that's too low.
Travis, a real spirit shot with the $2 says the Hurricanes are college football Cowboys.
That's true.
Oh man. Simeon Barrow C plus.
No, that's at least a B plus.
Oh boy, I thought you failed, boy. Simeon
Nah, man, they
Barrow
got them.
B plus, C plus, and I think Bain was a B minus. Simeon Barrow had 5 sacks himself.
Hey, I gotta admit it right now, y'all boys, that's some home cooking right there, bro. Y'all trying to give Bane a B and y'all trying to give him a C plus. Ain't no way, bro. That's home cooking. That is home cooking.
C plus, dog. Simeon
Swap
Barrow.
them grades.
Okay, so let's see. Let's go to. Let's see. Them boys tough, dog. I think Meech got some of Jaden grade. I think it rubbed off.
Nah.
I think they just rubbed some of it off on him.
Nah, Street, that was fair.
Justin Scott C plus. He didn't play that much.
Didn't play that much. Probably gave just got a B, but I'm cool.
Jadias Richards C.
I would have gave him that D. I probably would have gave him a D plus. But D plus C, about the same. I probably gave him a D plus. That secondary was bad, bro.
Jadias Richards a C. Elijah Austin C.
That's fair because he started off on fire and then, yeah.
Ahmad Moten C. He's another one that didn't play a lot. I think he got ejected out of one game.
He came on at the tail end, so I'd give him a C plus, but that's fine. He came on at the tail end, heavy. Give us a lot to look forward to next year.
Let's see. Francis Malagor C minus.
I'd have gave him a D plus.
Francis Malagor led us in tackles. I think I think he had 80, 45 solo, 80 total, and 2 sacks.
No, I like Francis, and I just think they didn't do Francis they didn't do Francis justice out there and what we had going on. So I think that's why I would give him a D. I don't think he's a D player, but he got a D grade for this year, in my opinion. So.
Darryl Porter C minus.
Ooh, that's kind of fair. Same thing we had with Mesidor and Francis. You asking him to do something he shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
C minus is fair.
Saw Darryl Porter last night. Jalen Alderman the C minus. I think Alderman played well.
He did. Just deficiencies out there on the field, too slow, but he played well, I thought.
Chase Smith C.
Didn't get to see much. I'd have given him incomplete, but I'd be happy with the C.
Mish Powell D plus, dog.
I'm okay with that.
That is rough, dog.
I'm sorry, Street. I'm okay with that though, bro. That's bro. He was bad, Street. He was very bad up until them last 2 games, bro.
Explain. You say bad, like explain. Like people saying,
he was bad. He was.
He's third in the country.
Listen, he was lost in coverage just like everybody else, and he's supposed to be the signal caller and the smart one back there and the veteran. He was lost in coverage too, and we saw him not be able to run down tight ends. We saw him miss coverages. He should have been in the nickel doing those nickel things. Them last 2 games was easily like an A for him, and that's what he should have been all season. It's just that simple. But during the season, he was just as bad as Jaden Harris was. He really was. Well, nobody was as bad as Harris, but he was close. He was very close.
That's tough. CJ Clark D plus. Boy, why they dipped on CJ Clark like that?
Yeah, I think him and Moten should probably have the same grade. Limited snaps, but effective when they played. I think they probably should both get C's personally. CJ played. That was it. The what game was it? The Wake game or the Syracuse? One of them games he played exceptionally well.
Very well.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Okay, I think we got a few more.
God damn. What?
I think we got 4 more.
Hey, just to the young men out there, man, these grades, man, I think a lot of y'all had worse grades than you are players. But a lot of that had to do with the schematics and what was going on around y'all. So just young men, y'all, if you think you got a bad grade, you're not a bad player. It's just the schematics and the stuff they was asking y'all to do just made your season look bad. That's all.
Mario over the 499 say Mario Canes for life with the 499 say Mario F because he knew the secondary was bad. He didn't outbid for better backing. Oh God. Well, it look like they going after him now.
Mm-hmm.
Marley Cook. D.
I don't even remember Marley Cook playing, so I don't know. They guess it's as good as mine. That one.
Marley Cook. Yeah, you couldn't have had that.
Maybe that's the expectation thing, right? We got him and Clark thinking these guys are going to come in and be starters or something. So maybe it's an expectation thing. But I didn't see those. I didn't see him. I don't remember seeing him at all. Honestly,
he had like 7 tackles. Tyler Perrin D, dog. Now, I can't with this one, dog. I couldn't believe they gave Tyler Perrin a D, bro.
Ooh, I don't think that's fair. I would have gave him a C. I think he had a half and half season, much like Elijah Austin. Started off just like, y'all remember the show? Tyler Perry is better than Jalen Phillips, better than Quincy Roche. He better than Greg Russo, but he better. Yeah, okay. So you can't just take that away. You know what I'm saying? So he had them first 4, 5, 6 games or whatever. Then it just kind of. And then he showed up for like the last game or whatever. Nah, you should have gave that man at least a C.
Yeah, he played
somewhere
well
in that C range. Mm-hmm.
They say Barron disappointing. I guess all these are the bad grades coming up. There's only a few more left. Deani Hill D-.
I'm cool with that. I'm okay with that.
And they gave your boy Jaden Harris an F, man.
Ooh, yeah, that's well deserved, man. I'm sorry. That's well deserved, bro. I'm sorry. It's not to pick on Harris.
ACC DB of the year.
He did. He sure did. So maybe you can give him an F plus for that one game, but yeah, bro, that man was, and even in that game, man, he gave up a touchdown. Like it's just like, bro, like, it was just he was a big play waiting to happen on him. Like it was just there. He was bad, bro. Sorry.
He say sorry.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's the last one. That's the only F we got. I know, right? He struggled this year, man. I don't know why they kept at it for so long with him. They should have pulled him back, got his head right. I don't know why they stuck so long with him and stuck doing it like that. But he did kind of struggle this year. Did he deserve an F? I don't know. I guess I think them defensive grades was just graded on the curve because people just kind of salty on the defense right now, man. It's like,
yeah, man. I wish I would have been here for the whole show, bro. I was out and about, man. And by the time I just got back in the house or whatever, I didn't know you was out here solo, bro. Yeah, dog. But I just got back to the crib, man.
Bro, I do this. So
I know, bro.
Next thing I want to talk about, bro, I talked about it already, but what you think? Fernando Mendoza came out of Canesport and said he's contemplating coming to the Canes, right? What's up, baby? Not long. He contemplating coming to the Canes and competing for the starting job versus Emory. 3,000 yards, 16 touchdowns this year. Started 2 years in a row. He said he's confident in himself that he can come and win. And I believe if he do come, he will win. He literally threw for 3,000 yards with Cal Bears. What are we talking about here, dog? Like,
Well, for me, if the question is, do you think he can beat out Emory? Yes, for sure. I think there's a lot of starting quarterbacks with decent seasons that will come in and beat out Emory. But what is beating out Emory worth becomes the question, right? Like, how much do you have to pay to get this kid? Because we don't have unlimited funds. We got a lot of money and we're gonna spend it, but it's not like we have a blank check for everything we do. I think you can tell by some of the moves sometimes, that we don't have a blank check, right? So it's kind of like, what's the money gonna be like to get this kid to come over? I mean, we've seen starting quarterback monies, and I wouldn't pay that just to get him to come over and beat out Emory. I don't know if that. I mean, I guess maybe for 2 years you'll have a solid starter, but I strongly believe that you could rock with Emory and have a solid starter. If solid is what you're going for, you might as well try it with Emory. But if you're going to bring him in, then that lets me know, hey, you guys see Emory in practice every day. The coaches see him, so maybe they're just not. They don't think Emory's going to be solid. Maybe that's what they're thinking. But yeah, solid to me isn't worth paying $1 million for, or a couple of 100,000. It's not worth it to put Emory on the bench and it's not worth it personally. Like, what is that going to get you? Is that going to get you an ACC championship? Is that going to get? I don't know if the rest of the roster looks that way. So if I'm not sure I can get an ACC championship, I might as well rock with Emory. Just my point. But if you get him and you bring him over, I'm going to pencil him in as a starter, even though it's probably going to be a competition. I definitely pencil him in as a starter for sure. But it's just is it worth it? Where are you trying to get to?
Yeah, I know quarterbacks in the transfer portal demand at least $1 million. I mean, I heard it wasn't a quarterback in the transfer portal getting less than 1.3 million. To be honest with you,
Oof. I don't think that's $1 million arm right there. But you gotta, you pay gotta pay the price or whatever. I just don't think that's a route I'd take for $1 million. But if you're willing to pay it, yeah, I think he comes in and he can be the starter, and just you have to fix the rest of the team though. It's like to me, you get him the same thing you would have to do by starting Emory, you would have to do with him. You're gonna have to make sure the team around him is superb, not because he needs a team to be superb to get to 9 to 10 wins, but if you're going to spend that money and try to get over the hump, which is winning the ACC championship, the rest of your roster has a lot to be desired, in my opinion. Not a lot, I'm over exaggerating, but it's a lot of things you're going to have to put money towards, right? So why am I going to use that extra 1.3 million knowing that I need it for so many other spots? That's just the way I look at it personally. But I like him. Like, I do think he's an okay quarterback. Like, I do. I think he's a good enough guy to be a starter at the University of Miami. I mean, and I'm just judging by seeing him for myself. But yeah, yeah. For a little while he was, but it wasn't some Kyle McCord shit he was on. It was just Miami liked to play with his food, and then it got to the end of the game and it wasn't there. It just wasn't. I don't know. I didn't see enough. Like, I think the same completions we're going to be asking from him, we can get out of Emory. Little short stuff and little. I just didn't see it personally to be going after him. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to bring him in and let him compete because you want Emory to have competition, so be it. It's your money.
Well, I think he went to Columbus. I think his dad knows Mario. I think they'll find money for him. I think they'll find money under the mattress somewhere for him. He's a Columbus grad. Yeah, I think that money may just come out. Yeah, they're gonna come out somebody's car seat.
I understand, but I mean, still, if I can find car seat money for him, then maybe I can find car seat to tack on a little bit more and bring in, Caleb Downs or a different quarterback, or I just don't know if that's a wise use of resources. But hey, you know,
I say go
whatever.
out to Carson Beck, bring him home with his girlfriend, man. Maybe Carson Beck want to come down here with his girlfriend this last year.
Mm. No, I don't want to do that. That girlfriend thing scares me, bro. Guys be so unfocused, and yeah, Carson Beck went on top of his game this year. So I don't know if I want to do that. That might make it even worse. Um, yeah, no. Let's. Hey, we put the idea out there already. We know what to do with the money street. We just got to make it happen.
What you do with the money?
You know where to go. We know where we're going with the money. NC State and Ohio State. We know where we're going with the money.
Man, did you see that boy
Shit.
last night, man?
I didn't get a chance to watch. I heard y'all talk about it though.
Man, he was mad at somebody.
Yeah, he was doing them like that.
100 yards. He had 100 yards. I think 6
I
receptions.
didn't think they had a chance against Tennessee. To be honest with you.
Huh? You didn't think they had a chance against Tennessee?
Not like that. Not like Tennessee is this world beater or nothing like that. I just thought that this will be where their ride will come to an end. I don't think like Will Howard is that good, and yeah, I didn't think they get past Tennessee. Let's just say that. So
Yeah.
but yeah, could be wishful thinking though. Could just be my wishful thinking.
That's me yesterday with CJ Tooks. I see you ready. That's me yesterday with CJ, OJ Federic, and Ryan Mack. CJ looked like he grew. CJ looked like he's 6'9", bro. Like he grew more. CJ is who y'all don't know. CJ is NC State quarterback, Jeremiah Smith quarterback in high school. Who's at yesterday? They was at the Dade and Broward game. I asked him, did they pay him to announce that he was coming back to NC State? He said, nah, man, they just sent me a text. Boy.
Right. You ain't doing business right, homeboy.
Boy.
You ain't doing business right.
Tooks, what's going on?
What they do, y'all, boy?
What's going on, man? We got Tooks in here.
What's going on, Tooks?
I try to see what's up with y'all boys, man. Listen, let me ask you something real quick. With everything we know Ohio State is going to throw at JJ, is it even realistic we can get him? I know they say he's homesick and all that, but you know they're going to throw everything but the kitchen sink at his ass. How realistic is it that we can get him?
Realistic. I mean, I don't. That thing would have to fall apart, right? And that man got a win last night. You know what I'm saying? I think they were the favorite, but it would have to fall apart first. I think before the thought even happens. I mean, close your eyes. I always do that. Close your eyes. What if he was your son, right? You're standing in the stands last night, and he just did what he did in front of the nation.
He ain't going nowhere.
How do you take that car and you turn it when it's just cruising down the street?
It's cruising. All he got to do is stay healthy for 3 years, and he the first receiver taken. He ain't got to do nothing.
I said, close your eyes. You watching your son last night on the national stage, the best player on the field. How do you alter that? Like, why? What would be the reason you alter that for your son?
I wouldn't. I'd let him make that decision. Now, if leave it up to me, I'm telling him to stay. But that'd be his decision to make.
Bro, like it right now it's just cruising. The only reason would be is if he's homesick or if he, and I don't know. I think he's a little too mature for that.
When I said he be homesick all he wants to. I mean, he just gonna jeopardize his future to come down there to Miami. I know that's what we want, but I wouldn't, and I wouldn't advise him to do it either.
Right. And then he got in the locker room and tweeted out. Oh man, I guess they had some cornerback. I guess that was supposed to be as good as that. It was supposed to be in this PFF matchup.
Yeah.
And he just tweeted out, yeah, all right. Man, dog. Who wins this
Damn, Corey
matchup?
Chancellor for Christmas. Corey Chancellor off the top rope for Christmas, bro. God
Oh,
damn.
shout out to Corey Chan. He done jumped in here. Boy, we was about to hang it up too, man. Look at God. A couple days before Christmas.
God, man. Oh, he
Look at
broke
God.
bread. Y'all gotta thank me for that.
PFF said, Corey Chancellor, man, what's up, fellas? Stay focused and keep pushing. We're gonna keep pushing, bro. PFF said Jeremiah Smith. Appreciate you, Corey Chancellor, bro. Really appreciate you. Jeremiah
Sure.
Smith versus Jamard McCoy. Receiving yards, 930, 10 touchdowns, and they put up 11 forced incompletions, 42.1 passer rating allowed, 90.2 coverage grade. This kid, Jeremiah McCoy, and Jeremiah Smith just treated, yeah, all right. After the game, he tweeted that.
You gotta say that, man. What was he ready for? He had 100 yards?
Huh?
He had 100 yards yesterday?
Yeah, he had at 100. Like it was like 103 or something like that. 6 catches, 2 touchdowns. He just tweeted out, yeah, all right.
I know he had 2 touchdowns.
Huh? What did you say?
2 touchdowns. I just didn't know how else he had.
Like 106, I think. I just pulled it up. He had 103 yards, 2 touchdowns, 6 receptions. Yeah, all right. That thing got 3 million views. So I don't nah, bro. I mean, I don't know how you alter that, man. But let's get ready to get up out of here. I don't know how you alter that. It would take an act of something big. I think he can go to the NFL anywhere, but like, why do you change that? We got 1,500 people in here, man. Hit the like button and share. We appreciate y'all. What'd you say, Kyle? You gotta say something?
Nah, just like you said, it got to fall apart. And I think it. I don't know. I don't know if that first round win was enough to save it. We'll see if they get their ass whooped by Oregon. And when they got to face Oregon for the next couple of years again, that may do it. I don't think Ryan Day keeps that job, and we'll see what the house cleaner look like, and we may have an opportunity. But it's going to take a lot, and I think it's going to take a package. But we'll wait and see. Hopefully, Oregon delivers.
Sure.
All right, man. Let's get up out of here, man. Listen, hit the like button and share if you want to become a villain, a member, man. We'll probably jump in there today and talk about these grades. 786-459-4999. Just text us, become a member, or IOD squad or whatever. Or the link is in the description. Took, you want to say something before you got here, bro?
Nah, but that was it. I just want to chop it up real quick.
Okay. All right, man. See y'all to the next stream.
All right, y'all, boy.